Hurricanes do not only cause loss of life, but also cause damage to the infrastructure, making thousands of people homeless and helpless, not to mention making it uninhabitable to live for quite some time. There are several categories of hurricane depending on their wind speed that ranges from Category 1 to Category 5. From Category 1, the hurricanes begin to form, while Category 5 are the strongest hurricanes. In this video, you will get to know about the top 10 devastating and strongest hurricanes that occurred on Earth, sorted out by wind speed and loss of lives. Now let's have a look at them. Number 10. Hurricane Sandy. Formed on the 22nd of October 2012, Hurricane Sandy struck Cuba when it was a Category 3 hurricane. Then afterward, it got weakened to a Category 2 when it struck the northeastern United States, Canada, and the Caribbean. Sandy is also known as the largest hurricane in the Atlantic Ocean with a diameter of about 1,850 kilometers. The highest wind speed that sustained for 1 minute was about 185 kilometers per hour. Sandy killed 186 people in total from all over its path, that includes 117 from America and 69 from the Caribbean and Canada. Sandy made about 650,000 families homeless, and the total damage dealt by it was approximately $65 billion. Number 9. Hurricane Ivan. Hurricane Ivan was formed on September 2, 2004. It was the strongest and the only Category 5 hurricane of the season 2004. Ivan first hit Grenada at Category 3 intensity. After that, it strengthens to Category 5 hurricane with wind speed over 260 kilometers per hour and struck Aruba, the Netherlands, Antilles, and Jamaica. After hitting Jamaica, it gained its highest wind speed of 275 kilometers per hour. Then its speed gradually decreased to Category 3 and hit the Gulf shores and Alabama. On September 24th, Ivan completely disappeared as it moved into Texas. When it dissipated, it had already killed 57 people from America and 64 people from the Caribbean. The total damage caused by Ivan was about $20.5 billion in America and $3 billion in the Caribbean. Number 8. Hurricane Camille. On the record of the U.S., Hurricane Camille is the second most devastating and expensive hurricane that struck America. Camille was also a Category 5 storm that originated on August 14, 1969. At the start, Camille was just a tropical storm with a speed of 95 kilometers per hour, but due to well-organized circulation, it strengthened to 185 kilometer per hour wind speeds and hit Cuba and the Gulf of Mexico. On August 17th, it hit Bay St. Louis, Mississippi, with a speed of over 305 kilometers per hour. Then gradually it weakened to a tropical depression as it merged into the Atlantic Ocean. The total damage caused by Camille was $1.42 billion, which equals to $10 billion in today's currency. The hurricane killed 143 people directly in Mississippi, Louisiana, and Alabama. 153 people got killed in intensive flooding caused by Camille in Virginia and Nelson County. 5,662 homes were completely destroyed, and a total of people injured were 8,931. Number 7. Hurricane Gilbert. On the record of Mexico, Gilbert is the most devastating hurricane that struck Mexico. At first, it was just a tropical storm that hit the Dominican Republic and Haiti on September 8, 1988. But the next day, it strengthened to a Category 3 hurricane with a sustained speed of 205 kilometers per hour. After raiding the eastern coast of Jamaica on September 12th, it rapidly strengthened to a Category 5 hurricane with a wind speed of 252 kilometers per hour. After quite some time, the speed of Gilbert reached the highest point of 295 kilometers per hour. On September 14th, it struck Cozumel and Mexico. While approaching the Gulf of Mexico, Hurricane Gilbert gradually weakened to Category 2. Then afterward, it struck La Pesca, Tamaulipas, and moved away to Texas and Oklahoma. Overall, Gilbert caused 318 deaths, mostly in Mexico. It also caused damage of about $2.18 billion, which equals $4.78 billion in today's currency. Number 6. Hurricane Labor Day. Hurricane Labor Day was originated in the form of a tropical depression in the southeastern Bahamas. Then it strengthened to hurricane intensity and hit Andros Island on August 29, 1935. The other day, it struck Long Keys with a wind speed of 295 kilometers per hour. It weakened as it hit the Florida Gulf Coast, and afterward it got strengthened and moved towards the open ocean of the North Atlantic Ocean near Cape Henry. More than 400 people were killed in Hurricane Labor Day, and about $100 million, $219 million in today's currency, worth of damage was caused to properties. Number 5. Hurricane Katrina. Hurricane Katrina caused a lot of damage to New Orleans and was the costliest hurricane of its time. At first, it was a tropical storm, but on its way towards Hallandale Beach, Aventura in the Gulf of Mexico, it turned into a hurricane. The hurricane strengthened to Category 3 intensity on August 27, 2005, but after just 9 hours, it turned into a Category 5 hurricane with a maximum speed of 280 kilometers per hour. At Category 3 intensity, it struck Mississippi, then afterward it decreased into a tropical depression. Hurricane Katrina flooded 80% of New Orleans, and a total of 1,836 deaths occurred. It is the costliest hurricane in the record of the USA, with damage of about $125 billion. Number 4. Hurricane Maria. Hurricane Maria is recorded as the 10th most intense Atlantic hurricane. Maria turned from storm into a Category 1 hurricane on late September 17, 2017. Then within 24 hours, it turned into Category 5 with a wind speed of 270 kilometers per hour. Maria hit Dominica and entered the Caribbean Sea towards the southeast of Puerto Rico and then struck Hispaniola. While making its way towards the east coast of the United States, a trough changed its direction towards the eastward of the sea and then gradually dissipated afterward. Hurricane Maria caused the death of 3,059 people from all the regions, but mostly in Puerto Rico, and 65 people went missing. The total damage caused by Maria has exceeded $91.5 billion. Number 3. Galveston Hurricane. Galveston Hurricane was another deadly hurricane in the history of the U.S. and hit August 27, 1900. Just like other hurricanes, it is considered to be originated from a tropical wave. Before turning into a hurricane, the Galveston had already hit Leeward Islands, St. Croix, Puerto Rico, Bani, and in the end, it struck the Gulf of Mexico, which turned it from a storm and into a hurricane. While heading towards the Gulf of Mexico, the hurricane reached its peak of 230 kilometers per hour. Then it moved towards Galveston Island, West Bay, Iowa, and turned into a Category 1 over Ontario. After that, it gradually faded away. Galveston caused the death of more than 8,000 people across all the regions. It caused damage to around $35.4 billion in the 1900s currency. It was named after Galveston Island as it destroyed most of the island. Number 2. Hurricane Mitch. Mitch is known as the second deadliest hurricane on the record of the Atlantic Ocean. Just like others, it started from a tropical depression and made its way to become a hurricane on the 24th of October 1998. Then it intensified into a Category 5 hurricane the next day. At peak, its wind speed was about 285 kilometers per hour, where it struck Honduras, Central America, Campeche, Yucatan Peninsula, Naples, and at last, Florida. The damage done by Mitch was about $6.08 billion, and the loss of lives was about 11,374. Most of the people died from flooding, and Honduras and Nicaragua were severely damaged. Number 1. The Great Hurricane of 1780. The Great Hurricane of 1780 is also known as the Great Hurricane of the Antilles. This hurricane first struck Cape Verde Islands in early October and then went for Barbados. On October 10th, the intensive high wind speed was recorded in the history of Atlantic hurricanes, which was about 320 kilometers per hour. After that, the hurricane went towards St. Lucia, Martinique, Dominica, and Guadeloupe. Then it turned west for Puerto Rico, St. Kitts, and Bermuda as it faded away. The number of lives lost ranges from 22,000 to 27,501, making it a destructive and devastating hurricane. As it happened back in the 18th century, we unfortunately couldn't gather any more info. Which hurricane did you find the most devastating? Let us know in the comments down below. If you like watching content like this, please subscribe, like, and hit the bell icon so you won't miss out on our new videos. Thank you for watching, and we will see you soon.